Welcome to the Emerging Law Series at the Coffee Conversation Show powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and a tech partner Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is Law, Innovation and Advocacy. We have with us Ravina Rajpal, Senior Partner at VMH Associates, a dynamic legal professional with expertise spanning corporate law, intellectual property, media, sports law, real estate and commodities markets. She has played a pivotal role in high stakes legal matters across city civil courts, high courts, and even the Supreme Court. Beyond litigation, Ravina is a forward thinking innovator, having filed multiple patents, including a revolutionary ocean based Formula One racing track. She is also an independent director at Prism Johnson Limited, Asianet Satellite Communication. With a strong commitment to mentoring young professionals and advocating for public welfare through public interest litigations, she is reshaping the legal landscape. Join us as we explore her career, legal insights, future for the of law and business, and a personal journey. And it is we are doing in person, and we are at her husband's office, who's into wellness. So that is another coffee conversation. She has inviting her husband to be featured. So friends, this will be a what do you say? Woman wearing multiple hats. And at the coffee conversation, we have got a series Sri Shakti. So I dedicate this under two series: the emerging lawyer and Sri Shakti. So welcome Ravina to today's coffee conversation.
Thank you so much, Amir. What a lovely introduction.
Yeah. So let me explain you the flow and the format. We have got 3 rounds: professional journey, personal journey, and a surprise, the rapid fire round, which have to be wit, funny, and quick. And here's your gift, Legal AI 101. And I've already autographed. I know you will able to crack it.
Interesting. Thank you.
So, friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Conversation and Legal Tech Evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. We help law firms, corporate legal, startups, SMEs with world-class technology, software licensing, and tech training solutions. So, Ravina, my first question: how has the journey shaped up, and any key defining moments you had?
My journey has shaped up surprisingly well, while I always imagined where I am today, but it's also been continuous learning, genuine curiosity towards law, and that's where I am.
So, let's go deep dive into the conversation. What made you go into spanning different areas of law, and which one is more close to your heart?
Well, when I started with my legal career, it started with corporate law. Thereafter, I ventured into different sectors. I think continuous learning, genuine curiosity towards law, and the interest to know what is happening in different domains is what made me venture into multiple domains in law.
Wow.
And which domain is every domain is close to my heart. Each one is interesting and keeps me on the move.
So, Ravina, what are some of the most challenging or memorable cases or projects you have worked on, and how did you navigate it?
Uh, the most challenging cases, I would say, were one was an IP case, which I fought all the way from the single bench in the High Court, which was appealed by the division bench, which we won, and thereafter it was challenged in the Supreme Court, which we again got a favorable hearing. There was another matter which was regarding a mental health petition, which was dealt all the way from the district court to the city's, that's the city civil court, from the High Court, and then appealed at the Supreme Court. So my learnings in litigation is to be patient, is to stand your ground, and as long as you know you're correct, you can and strategize correctly, it'll be a win.
Wow. So your journey is very interesting. You're wearing multiple hats. Now let's go to your next journey of being an innovator, and you have filed different patents in your names. So how did this come about? And in your introduction, there's Formula One car ocean based. Share something. How? What is it about, and how is it helping?
So feel change and innovation is the only thing which is constant in life. Innovation is absolutely necessary uh, for business. I try to bridge the gap between the legal processes and the technology process, and that's how I'm pushing towards filing patents. Filing this particular patent regarding the Formula One racing in the ocean was very interesting. It was a very unique invention, and typically Indian style. It was not using the most high tech apparatus, not using the most complicated apparatus. So it is about being innovative and encouraging your clients to go ahead and file. And we did receive this particular patent on 26th January, which was a big thing.
Wow. Ravina, intellectual property law is constantly evolving, especially with emerging technologies. How do you stay ahead of the curve, and which one has been a memorable IP you have filed?
IP is at its nascent stage. Law doesn't evolve in silos. It is interconnected. It is to be globally aware of what is happening. The more you read is how to be ahead of the curve. IP includes the entire gamut, including registration of trademarks, logos, filing of patents, registering copyrights.
Wow.
So,
So,
yes.
Ravina, uh, I have done similar coffee with Varnika. She's also a journalist practicing like you different areas of law. So she has defined herself, okay, I'm a journalist. So my question is, uh, what made you become a journalist? You have all areas, okay, like corporate law, real estate, IP, then other things,
I'd like to include sports law as well.
sports law. Sorry. So, uh, so having too many areas under your profile, how does it help you putting across when a client, and how do you differentiate कि by you have too many areas, but I know the work which you're bringing to my table inspired me practicing too many areas, I am able to deliver. So how do you put it across to your clients?
That's a great question, Amir. So, when we're practicing law, it's interesting and challenging to be across multiple domains. So that is interesting, and that is the reason why we are doing so many various domains. Of course, team collaboration, strategic hiring is what helps us achieve excellence when you're dealing with your clients, and when they deal with you and they realize that you do have the subject knowledge, you do have the strategic and the innovative thinking to help them achieve what they want. You do have the understanding to understand exactly what is their requirement, is when you hit success.
Wow.
So hence I practice in the entire gamut, and I find it extremely challenging, interesting, and also it helps me not to be complacent. Because if you're just practicing one field, one tends to be complacent.
Yeah. Okay. You have practiced at what do you say, City Civil, High Court, and Supreme Court. How has the experience been at the three courts?
Supreme Court is in one word gorgeous, and the second word to describe it nerve wracking, because there's no other appeal. Uh, the high courts in Mumbai are fabulous. We have some of the best judges, extremely well read, very innovative judgments and orders have been given, which is fabulous. The lower courts as well are good, still need improvement in comparison, but I think the law and order in our country is commendable.
Wow. So, Ravina, let's go to your next year role, next hat. Your involvement in PIL, public interest litigation, has led to meaningful change, such as advocating for lifeguards in Mumbai.
Yes.
So, what drives your passion for social impact?
So we as a family believe that social betterment is very important. More is less. We can. It's never you can never do enough. This, especially living in such a beautiful city where the coastline is all over, it is very important that uh, there are proper lifeguards safeguarding the public at large. A lot of young generation has been taking selfies literally falling into the ocean. And hence, lifeguards is very important, especially even in Mumbai. We celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi with such opulence, and hence, lifeguards is essential.
Wow, beautiful thought. Now, let's go to your next role as an independent director at Prism Johnson Limited and AsiaNet Satellite Communications. How do you leverage your legal expertise to guide business decisions?
So, first of all, I would like to say I feel completely blessed and privileged to be on the board of these two companies, one being a public limited and the other a private limited. One understands the nuances these companies face. Because of my legal and corporate knowledge, I can help them navigate complex situations and also many times validate their concerns about litigation. Both the companies have a very commendable board, so
Wow.
it's helpful to both of us.
Wow. So, Ravina, given the rise of AI in legal tech, how do you see the future of law evolving? Do you think AI can replace certain legal functions?
So I think, in my opinion, AI cannot replace legal functions. Of course, AI will enable us, but eventually legal will be human led. There was a matter just last week which happened in New York State whereby a plaintiff actually got an AI avatar to represent him. When the judge realized that this was not a real person and an AI avatar, he actually pulled up this plaintiff and who apologized profusely. Uh, Also, there was a case last year whereby the law firm had to apologize for the legal research done by AI, which was not accurate. Then, on the other hand, there has been in Arizona Supreme Court, they've actually got two AI avatars who summarize the legal proceedings. So, what this shows is AI can enable us, but it will not replace legal. Also, transparency and clear laws need to be defined, as in what is right and what is wrong. That's my
Wow.
yes.
So, Ravina, how has technology helped you in your legal career?
I think technology is great. Technology helps you to reach out. It helps you to be at several places and maximize time, especially after COVID. We are able to appear online because of the hybrid system. We can actually appear on Supreme Court and not be there. It also helps in ease of conferences. So you can actually be sitting in a different locations and manage to do more work. And of course, it does help in research. When we started our legal career, which was more than 20 years ago, even the Google was not widely used. There were 10 interns sharing one computer. We used to go to the library and look at case laws. Now it's at the fingertips with the phone.
Yeah. So, Ravina, according to what are some common legal pitfalls that startups or entrepreneurs should be mindful of?
I think starters and entrepreneurs skimp on their legal budget. Legal is absolutely essential. When you're starting your company or as entrepreneurs, their startups, the founders' agreement should be extremely strong to ensure that there is clarity on what is decided between the two parties. There should be a clear exit clause. So, hence, that is very important. Secondly, it's very important to protect their IP and ensure to invest in the same. Thirdly, to ensure that there's all compliance done. And hence, legal is absolutely essential and should not be taken for granted or
Wow.
skimped on.
Wow. So, Ravina, who has influenced you professionally and personally, and what were the key learnings?
So I feel personally and professionally, I've been inspired by my family. I've been surrounded by strong, independent women who've told me sky is the limit. Also, strong and independent men who've shown me the world is my playground and I can go achieve whatever I want. So,
Wow.
and also my children, they continue inspiring me.
Wow. So my last one will be: what advice would you give to young lawyers who want to branch out into corporate law and also directorial roles like you have?
I think it's essential for the young lawyers uh, to deep dive into corporate law, understand the securities regulations, and to realize expertise is non negotiable in knowledge. Secondly, I would advise them to develop judgment. It does come with experience, but they should learn to listen, to ask the correct questions, and to push back when required. And third, which is very important when they are independent directors, is reputation. Reputation means to have integrity, confidentiality, and independence.
Wow. So now let's go to next round and understand Ravina as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative years.
Well, I've been in Mumbai all my life. I've studied from schools to my college to my law degree, all in Mumbai.
Wow. So when you're not working, how do you like to spend your time?
Oh, and I'm not working. I'll have to sip my coffee, read a book, and spend time with my loved ones.
Wow. So you're leading me to my next question. Uh, what's one book that has left a lasting impression on you?
So, this one book called People on Platform 5. It's by this author, Claire Pulley. It's very interesting. It's about these bunch of people who have been traveling on the underground for the past 2 decades, and they have preconceived notions about the others. But due to one particular incident, they start talking and communication begins. And that's when they realize that life is very different to what they thought it was. And we as a human race are a very helpful race. So if we ever want help, please ask for it and you will get it.
Wow. So what's one hobby or passion project you wish you had more time for?
Uh, well, I wish I had more time for philanthropy. I wish I had more time to give to the NGOs. I believe in women empowerment, empowering girl child. I wish I had more time to give for that.
Wow. Suppose you had 1 month. Now you have so many wishes to do from work. What would you like to do, or if you have any travel plans, so you will to include those also in your 1 month?
What I would do, like for 1 month, I think the 4 weeks would be too less for me to do so much. I would obviously like to relax, enjoy, uh, do a bit of, fulfill a bit of my social responsibilities towards NGOs. Also, if I were to travel, I would love to travel within India. India is beautiful with its diverse topographies, the delectable food, and such warm people.
So which place you want to go
Which
in
place? I've
visit
not
in?
been to Arunachal, Himachal. I've not traveled towards those parts of India. I would love to travel there.
Put it in your bucket list for 2025.
Yes,
So then we can reconnect and have another round of coffee conversation.
yes.
So what's one personal goal you're currently working on outside of your legal career?
I need to start working on a personal goal.
Okay, then put it down and make
Yes,
it put it in your journaling, because this book will help you with your journaling.
yes.
So Ravina, uh, if your friends had to describe you in 3 words, what would be?
Well, I wish my friends described me like this, as a go getter, completely focused, helpful.
Wow. So what's one fun fact your friends don't know about you?
One fun fact my friends don't know about me: I love to sing and I sing horribly.
Okay. Okay. We have got this series, Sri Shakti. So, what does Sri Shakti mean to you?
For me, Shri Shakti means women empowerment, and that should just be, it should be. I wish 20 years from now we're not even talking about a thing called women empowerment. Everybody should say, what is this? Because everybody should feel empowered. So for me, that's what Shri Shakti means.
Wow. So, my last one will be a googly one. Describe Ravina in one line.
Ravina in one line. Yes, I would say I would be an advocate for the law to help various sections and societies, empower women, and also have fun while doing so.
Wow. Let's go to the next round and have some fun. The rapid fire round. Your go to comfort food.
Rajma chawal,
Your favorite color.
white,
Your favorite movie.
pretty woman,
Wow. Your favorite holiday destination.
Santorini.
Your early bird or a night owl.
Depends.
One word that defines your personality.
A go-getter, vivacious. Sorry, those are two words.
Best piece of advice received.
Best piece of advice received. I'm so used to giving advice, so let me think what is the best piece of advice I have received is actually by my children. Mama, go do whatever you want, you'll get it all.
Wow. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Let's raise.
Yes.
So here's your gift. I know.
Thank you.
Let me have. So it has been autographed also. So friends, it was a lovely conversation having with Ravina Rajpal, being a journalist law. That is what she doesn't want to be complacent, and also a social advocate, filing PILs, then for NGO work. There's so many interesting insights of filing patents, then IP, so many things she is doing in less time. So this is what a coffee speaker, being a woman, managing family, and a demanding law career, then practicing at what do you say courts also. So watch this episode and understand how she manages her time and also gives time for social work. So the Coffee Conversation Show is also a social initiative, and we get inspired from our 400 plus coffee speakers who motivate us, inspire us, and then they become part of the Coffee Tribe community. So subscribe, and if you want to be featured like Ravina and get this opportunity of in-person coffee shoot, of an experience having a coffee conversation, visit our website, the Emerging Forum, or our LinkedIn page, and we would invite you to have coffee conversation in person or on Zoom. Wherever in the world you are, we are inviting you to get featured and share your stories. So, coffee is all about being change maker, memory maker, and bringing smile for lifetime. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Amir. It was lovely having a nice coffee conversation with you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.